I'll introduce myself. I am Marco Valentini. I am the trainer of the course Genius in 21 Days for the international branch based in Rome. And I'm here to comment and explain, let's say, the difficulty of the diploma exam for vets in Europe. So basically, the European College of Veterinary, in this case, ophthalmologists, is an association. And basically, if you are a vet, and just to give a background, so you've worked already, you've studied already many years, you can decide if you have the right, obviously, credentials to apply for this big diploma exam, which is probably, we can say, the most difficult and highest level of specialization you can achieve in Europe, okay? Now, of course, you can be ophthalmologist, there are different specializations, so it could be surgery, neurology, and there are different ones. So just to give an idea of how difficult this path is and how challenging it is, basically you start and you need to do 3 years of what is called residency, okay, or college. In these 3 years you're working, depends on where you are, how many hours per day, but you work a lot. You're collecting data, you have to organize all the surgeries, you got to collect all the data for the surgeries, you got to write articles. So they have to be published as well. That is a necessary condition to actually get the chance to do the exam at the end. Plus, you have to also present your articles at congresses. So out of this 3 years, at the end, you got to study some information, some material to study to attend this exam. So we count up to more or less more than 30,000 pages of book, so know really well in detail. Plus, we're counting more than 1,000 or more or less 1,300 scientific articles that have been published in the last 6 years. So you have to attend this exam where there are 5 parts, 3 practical exams and 2 theoretical exams. So given this background on what we're kind of talking about, I am here with Kasia. Hello, Kasia.
Hello.
Hello. So you're Kasia. Where are you from?
I'm from Berlin.
Berlin, very nice. So I just want to ask you, well, the first thing is, what are the main difficulties you consider related to this kind of exam and why you decided to do the Genius course?
So basically, I think the biggest thing about it is that it's kind of overwhelming, and that at the moment when you just view what you have to study and try to make a plan, it just seems like it's utterly impossible. Like that was the moment when I wrote to you asking if you could help, because I was just desperate and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna make it. It's just too much and I don't know how to divide it up to make it manageable.
Okay, absolutely, yes. And what did you see you could have made possible during the course? Like understanding what the course develops, because our main goal, of course, is to teach a personalized study and methods to increase every learning phase in learning. What was the thing you thought would have been most important for you to improve?
Like, you mean what have been in before I started the course, or would it have been in the end?
No, before the course.
So speed, I think that was the thing I was hoping to improve most, because I'm quite a slow reader, and I knew that I just couldn't read the amount of pages a day that I would have to read.
Okay, so this was the first important thing. Very good. And what changed then after the course?
What changed is that I realized that the thing that I got out of the course that was most important to me was actually the attitude, and just to keep calm, keep your focus, and just remember that you can do it, because you just get the techniques, you get the tools, and you just have to keep going and just not stop.
Yeah. And since you said the speed was the most important thing you wanted to improve, well, what was your pace? Let's put it that way, if you can kind of give us an idea.
I mean, from the start of from the studying period till the end, I think I at least doubled my speed.
Okay, so obviously it was, well, you started in October, so basically up to April, so that was a good amount of months to study, no? But of course, doubling that, of course, helped you so much, no? And per day, do you remember how many pages you used to study per day, more or less, to have an idea?
Yeah, so I started with about 20-ish, when I remember correctly, and I finished off with 40, 50 pages per day, yeah.
Wow, wow. I think that's really outstanding, not only improvement, but also final results now after you. And last thing I want to ask you, well, if we're here, it's because obviously, what was the result of your theoretical exam?
So yeah, the theoretical is done, and it's done well. So yeah, I'm right in between the exams right now, and keeping motivation high for going to the practicals. So keep your fingers crossed.
We know that if we can count on our techniques and our methods, it's not really about chance, anymore. So yeah, this is, I think, a great result, and I think if everyone could know that techniques exist like these ones here that we teach in the course, and strategies, so that you can really improve and boost your preparation. Would you have thought you would have achieved this result before the course?
No, absolutely not. No.
Why?
Because I thought the amount is not manageable, and it's just not possible to memorize all those details. It seemed just too much. And you get this feeling throughout the learning period every now and then. And that's like, I'm coming back to the attitude point, because I think it's really, really important that also the community that you're in helps you just keep focus and helps you to remember that it is manageable and you can do it. And even if it doesn't feel like, you just keep going, like one little step in front of the other, because although it doesn't feel like, you still know that it's manageable.
Yeah. Well, I remember all the sessions we've done, and the evenings, not the soft skills. Also, that was part of that. Imagine that, something that you were in thinking could have been possible as well. So, very good, very good. So, thank you very much for sharing your story. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And wish you the best. Wish you the best for the future.
Thank you.